If you are in the UK and you're looking to build a new gaming PC that fits your budget and your needs, then you came to the right place. Today, I will go through the best PCs that you can build in the UK for every budget and every resolution, including 1080p, 1440p and 4K. By the way, I made sure that these PCs have no bottlenecks or FPS drops, that way you enjoy the level of gaming performance without any issues. That being said, I will go through every PC component and the level of gaming performance that you can expect with each system, which by the way, you will find the links to all of these PCs down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. That being said, let's start. With the first PCs, we have the best 1080p systems that you can build. Here, I went with the best value CPU in the entire market in the Ryzen 5 7600X. This CPU is going to be perfect for 1080p resolution in any kind of game, and if you want to play esports games, this CPU will allow you to play at 240 plus FPS on average competitive settings. So if you want to play a game like Valorant, for example, competitive settings, you can go ahead and buy a 240Hz 1080p monitor, possibly even a 360Hz one. And then for the graphics card, which is the most important component when it comes to gaming in high demanding games, here I went with the Intel Arc B580, which is a 12GB of VRAM graphics card that will be perfectly fine for 1080p ultra settings, even in the most high demanding games, 70 plus FPS on average. So you're going to be getting a very solid performance in high demanding games and esports shooters at 1080p resolution. For the rest of the components, you get an aftermarket CPU cooler to make sure that the CPU temps are going to be stable, and then you get plenty of airflow because you get the Montec Air 100 RGB case, which has 4 pre-installed RGB fans that look amazing, and on top of that, the price is very decent for this case. You also get 32GB of RAM, which is going to be amazing for streaming and content creation on the side, so you're getting a very complete system, not only for gaming but also for multitasking. Now, the total price for this system is just under £750, and if you have a little bit more money to spend and you want even faster performance, I do recommend you upgrading the graphics card to the RX 9060 XT. This AMD GPU will be much faster than the B580 from Intel, and it's going to be amazing also for 1440p in terms of price to performance. So let's say you have a 1080p monitor right now, you want to play the latest most high demanding games and achieve smooth performance, but you're also considering upgrading to 1440p resolution in the near future. Well, having the 9060 XT will make things much easier for you because the level of gaming performance is going to be top tier for both resolutions, especially for the price that you are paying. Now, if you end up upgrading to the 9060 XT, total price for this system will be around £820, so it's going to be around £80 more expensive than the first PC, but it's going to be much better when it comes to gaming performance right now and gaming performance in the future in case you want to upgrade your monitor resolution. Remember, you will have both PCs down below in the video description. And then if you have a 1440p monitor right now, or you want to buy one and you want to buy the best PC for 1440p, I have two options for you. The first PC is more of a budget oriented system. This one has the Ryzen 5 7600X once again, because as I said before, this is one of the best price to performance CPUs in the entire market, and it's going to be perfect to pair with the graphics card inside of this system in the NVIDIA RTX 5060 Ti. The 5060 Ti is very solid when it comes to 1440p resolution. It has 16GB of VRAM. You will not be having any VRAM related issues, and on top of that, when it comes to 1440p, you can expect actually very decent frame rates even in the most high demanding games, high to ultra settings, and the price is not that high. Now, alongside this graphics card and processor, you get Wi-Fi included, 32 gigs of RAM, so again, you get a very complete system, not only for gaming but also for multitasking. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the 5060 Ti is very decent when it comes to ray tracing performance. You also get DLSS, which is the best upscaling technology, so even if you want to play at 4K, depending on the games, you will be able to achieve very smooth frame rates even on high to ultra settings if you're using the right upscaling technology. And then for the case, you get a more premium quality Montec XR, which is one of the best value cases in the entire market. Now, the total price for this PC for 1440p resolution high to ultra settings is going to be around £920, which makes it, in my opinion, a more budget oriented system if you're looking to play at 1440p high to ultra settings. Now, if you have more money to spend, for around £1,030, you can upgrade to the NVIDIA RTX 5070, which is more of a 1440p graphics card, and you will be able to play any game that you want, even the most high demanding games out there, at 1440p with no issues. I mean, the 5070 is a 1440p GPU, so you will be able to play a game like Cyberpunk 2077 or Flight Simulator and achieve smooth performance even on the highest settings. Now, you could also play at 4K depending on the game and depending on the exact settings, but if you're using the right settings, then you will be able to play at 4K even in some high demanding titles. So overall, this is a great upgrade if you want to play at 1440p high FPS, no matter the type of game, or if you want the cheapest PC that you can build right now for 4K resolution. As I said before, this PC is going for around £1,030. So very decent price for the level of performance that you are getting. And remember that maybe when you're watching this video, the prices might be different, so I do recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links down below. And then if you want to play at 4K resolution, once again, I have two options for you. The first one is more of a price to performance system for 4K, and the other one will be the best of the best. So if you don't care about money, that one will be ideal. But first, let's go to the best price to performance one. This PC has a Ryzen 7 7700X, which is an amazing 8-core processor that's going to be perfect not only for gaming, but also for content creation, streaming, productivity work, and other tasks, because you get 8 cores. And then for the graphics card, you get the RX 9070 XT. This is a 16GB graphics card from AMD, and it's actually the fastest one that AMD has to offer. So you will be able to play at 4K 80 plus FPS on average in high demanding games, high to ultra settings, which is very solid gaming performance. Again, in terms of value, this graphics card is hard to beat. And then if you have a 1440p monitor right now, but you are certain that you are upgrading to 4K down the line, well, the 9070 XT can max out any game at 1440p resolution, even the most high demanding ones out there. And if you want to go NVIDIA instead, then you have to pay the premium and go with the 5070 Ti, which is very similar in terms of gaming performance compared to the AMD graphics card I just mentioned. But since you get an NVIDIA GPU, you get the better feature set. You get slightly faster performance when it comes to ray tracing. You get DLSS, which is the better upscaler. So if you want to play at 4K with upscaling on, this might be a nice upgrade for you. For the rest of the components, you get a more premium quality Lian Li Langul 207 case, which is one of the best cases out there when it comes to airflow and price. And then you also get 32GB of RAM, which is once again amazing for streaming and content creation. And you get 2TB of Gen 4 SSD. So this is plenty of storage in case you want to install a bunch of games or a bunch of programs. Now, the total price will be around £1,300 if you go with the AMD graphics card, and it's going to cost you around £1,400 if you go with the NVIDIA one. So yes, going with NVIDIA is going to cost you around £100 to £120 more, but it is going to be the better graphics card. So if you have the extra money, I would go NVIDIA. If you don't, and you want the best pure price to performance for 4K, going AMD might be the best option. Remember, you will find both alternatives down in the video description box. Now, if you have a lot of money and you just want the fastest performance out there, I do recommend you getting this next system, which is the best of the best. It's the best PC that money can buy, because you get the NVIDIA RTX 5090, which is the fastest graphics card in the entire market, so you will be able to max out 4K resolution no matter the type of game, and you can basically play at 120 plus FPS on average on high to ultra settings in the most high demanding games out there. And then for the CPU, you get the fastest CPU in the entire market in the Ryzen 7 9800X3D. So you get the fastest gaming CPU and GPU combo, and you will be able to play any esports shooter that you want at the highest frame rate. So feel free to go with the highest refresh rate monitor, even if that means that you want to buy a 540Hz one. Here you also get an insane liquid cooler. This is a 360mm one that's going to look amazing inside of this case in the Corsair iQ 5000. This case looks amazing in my opinion. One of the best looking cases out there. Is quite expensive, but of course here we are talking about the best of the best. The total price for this system by the time of filming is around £3,200, so again very expensive, but in my opinion this is the best PC. So again, if you don't care about money, you just want the best performance overall, this is going to be the PC that you want to invest in. And then if you want to buy a pre-built PC, because maybe you don't want to build one yourself and you just want to buy a gaming PC plug and play, I completely understand that. In that case, I highly recommend you watching my video on the best pre-built gaming PCs from the UK. You will find that video in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.